Okay, games that you were most hyped for ever. I'm talking about like games that came out you were like, man, most hyped for, just so excited. I'm not talking about just this generation. Any generation you're like, man, I cannot wait to play this game. And we're going to go in a circle here, right? If somebody picks a franchise before you do, you better pick a new franchise. So, Richard, when somebody picks Halo before you do, because I know that's what you're most excited for, right?
I'm gonna do it.
All right, Richard, you go first and pick Halo.
No,
I know what you're going to pick.
No, do it. I got a different one.
Okay, what you got? What you got, Matt? With most excited, you're so excited for it to come out.
I'm gonna go a little off the beaten path. Maybe not most excited for like ever, because obviously Halo stuff like that. And, that's the stuff like I dream about, and I get in line at 4 p.m. so I can get at midnight.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Amen.
In like middle of Tampa, Florida, where nobody cares and nobody's lining up.
Right, I'm with you.
So I was really, really, really excited for the first Homefront game.
Okay.
Homefront Revolution is coming out, or just came out.
It just came out.
It just came out
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So
You played that beta and hated it.
the Revolution beta. I played the beta.
Shout out to the makers of Homefront Revolution. We hated it.
It's not what I said.
I just threw you under the bus, man.
I didn't say that.
He loves Homefront, man.
I did
Send us
play
free
the beta.
copies.
I was not crazy about it. I may still get the game if I got time for it, because I really like the open world idea of it. It was just artistically that I wasn't really crazy about it. First game I was so hyped for, dude. I heard about it at PAX East like the year before it came out or whatever. Talked to the guys at the booth. I was super excited. They had like a cool ARG website. I picked up the prequel novel and just devoured it. I was so excited. I love the concept. I loved all.
This is all
the
Homefront
story.
still?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah. There's a short novel called Voice of Freedom. It was really, really good. It kind of prequeled
Never
right
played
up
the game
to the
well?
game.
Never played Homefront.
And tied into the game really cool. The main character tied into the game. So it was just something I was so excited for, because it was so new. It was kind of that Red Dawn idea, but in a game, which was really, really cool. Just the stuff they did for it, the marketing stuff was just so great. I played the game. It was good. It was it was a not a AAA shooter. It couldn't hang with Call of Duty and Halo. I enjoyed it, but I was one of the few guys. But
Gotcha.
that was one game that wasn't like the best game I ever played, but was one of the games I was most excited for.
Cool.
Trevi.
Did you have to take time off of work to come up with that long story right there? You had the day off, right?
Off the top of the dome.
Do you hear how he casually dropped? He was at PAX East. Did you hear how he casually just dropped that? He's like, "Oh yeah, I was at PAX East.
I'm sorry, man.
Back
I
when
didn't mean
was
to make.
single.
Went to the booth and stuff."
Those guys were super cool. They gave me a
Uh-huh.
swag bag full of cool stuff.
All right,
Yum,
Trev.
yum.
Game you're looking most forward to back in the day.
So yeah, I'm gonna go.
Shadow
Actually, I was gonna say I'm not gonna go with the obvious, which was definitely Shadow of Mordor, but that was I had a bunch of stuff that I did.
Lord of the Rings
You
Conquest.
did cool stuff. You went to California and did,
I did
the
yeah,
wiki
yeah.
stuff for that
Yeah,
game.
Warner Brothers and Wikia flew me out to California, and I
Sick.
got to write a
So
bunch
cool.
of the lore content for
Which
the.
you
Wikia
downplay
page.
that, but that's pretty cool.
It was no, it was definitely one of the coolest things that definitely like a nerd dream come true.
Wish we had
Mike.
foreplot, then you could have filmed it.
It's
Yes.
literally cooler than anything I've done in my life, which is just
Yeah.
so very
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, pretty
Getting,
cool.
getting married, having
Mike's
a
got
job.
married. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
was gonna say.
that's cool, but
But I mean, doing the Wikia
everybody
page
gets married, man.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
It's a good thing my wife does not watch this.
definitely,
But,
no, definitely.
But
Low,
seriously,
low
though,
key.
that is super
not-
cool.
not-
yeah,
not-
low key.
Not everybody gets married.
Yeah, low key.
About half this circle's married, but
That's right,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, low key was definitely one of the coolest things ever. And actually, if you
High-key.
ever make your way over to the Shadow of Mordor wiki, you will find me in a bunch of videos on that
Cool.
page, which is cool. But I'm not gonna say Shadow of Mordor just because that's more of an obvious one. I will say. This is a game that I was super, super hyped for, like mega hyped, over the moon hyped for, and Mike will share a little bit of the sentiment, I think, just because of some of the games that we have, connected over, like games like Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls
Two
games
Worlds.
that are, yeah,
Yes.
like Two
Yes,
Worlds.
Two
No,
Worlds.
but-
Two Worlds, one cup.
But this is, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this, but there was supposed to be an open world Skyrim type of Lord of the Rings IP that was set in like the Second Age, and it was called the White Council.
Never
I did
heard
not
of
hear
it.
about that, which is really
it
weird.
got
'cause-
canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
sad.
Just like
It
that
was
awesome
probably
Star Wars
so
game. Was
Yep.
it Star Wars
1313.
1313, which
Yeah.
supposed to get picked back up, by the way. That's
Yeah?
rumors. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
I was definitely, that was actually, and it was before Skyrim's time. It was actually like it was more of an Oblivion kind of concept. But
gotcha,
there's I mean, I just hate myself when I do this, but sometimes I'll still go back and look at some of the old concept
yeah,
art
man.
and some of the old articles and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
It probably
for
came at the tail end of the movie's popularity. Do you
Yeah.
think that's what it was?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
fizzled
It's
out.
unfortunate.
Absolutely, yeah. But
All right, cool. So, Richard, what you got?
I remember my dad took me through Toys R Us when I was like maybe 4 or 5, and
way
we
back.
saw in the game section, because there's not a Toys R Us in Tampa anymore.
Yeah, there's.
There is?
Yeah,
Where?
there's one right down the street here.
what's the chapel?
Right down the street.
I didn't know that. Well,
that's where I bought my
I
Kylo.
live,
That's where I bought my Kylo Ren Black Series helmet.
I live in
Shout out
West.
Star Wars Black Series.
I live in West Tampa, where there's
Shout out
no Toys R Us. But we're looking in the game section, and we saw Super Mario 64, and I remember
Oh,
being
yeah,
so excited for that game and that Christmas. What did you know? Opened up my presents. I got
What did you know?
Super Mario 64, man, sitting right there, and we put it in and we played. And then though,
Yeah.
I have to say this: Halo
Give me
3.
another, Richard.
No, not Halo 3. It was Halo Reach.
Okay.
That I got really excited for. I got a little let down because it wasn't as good as I thought, in my opinion, to Halo 3. It's still a good game, but then
Blasphemy.
Halo
I
4 as
love
well.
that game.
I did too.
Hey, we should play Halo Reach tonight.
That is
Everybody,
my
got, everybody got Halo
favorite.
Reach on their.
I
Yeah.
actually do not.
I have a copy of it, I think.
Yeah, I do too.
I
Somewhere.
have it on my 360.
Pretty sure I stole it.
Yeah,
Well,
guys,
if you
just
have
like,
it on
just
your
like that night
360,
we
you
played
have it on
Titanfall
your-
all together.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Well, we all had to download it. That's the thing. I've got it
Literally,
downloaded
we're
now.
slowly getting every person in our friend group like downloaded. We got Eric last
Yeah.
night to download
Eric,
it.
yeah, Eric
We've
downloaded
never
it last
played
night.
it.
Yeah. All right, so they're good answers, Mike. What you got?
Good one.
So probably the last one that I was actually excited about was when I was a kid. Anybody have a Game Boy Advance here?
I
You guys did.
I did.
When Super Mario, no, I'm sorry, it was Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga came out. It
Yeah.
was like
Really?
the Paper Mario.
Really?
Like, yeah.
RPG.
I got so hyped as a kid. I was like super young. I was probably in like 5th or
Right.
6th grade, man. But I had like it was
Oh,
in the
yeah, man.
magazine. I had like the first bit of the
Little
walkthrough.
Game Informer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh yeah,
dude.
man. I have never been as
Shut up,
excited
Game
for a game as I was for that one.
Wow,
So
that's
yeah.
pretty
I
awesome.
had it a whole.
You know
time.
me. I'm
Did it
super,
deliver?
I get super hyped. Oh
that
yeah,
when
that
your
game was
innocence
great.
died?
Man. I had like the first 1/8 of it memorized from the guide, so I
Right.
could just knock it out. But
Gosh, you know what's funny? I wish I'd have thought harder and thought back to a memory as a kid. 'Cause I'm trying to think. I mean, I've been playing games since I was, like, wee little child.
He
I'm
was
a
a
little bit
fetus.
jaded now. Would you believe that I don't get quite as excited about
Oh.
anything anymore?
I know it's hard to really believe that.
Yeah,
My I
That's
have a
pain.
I have a tie here. I got incredibly jazzed for Batman Arkham Knight. Like Batman Arkham Knight, I just waited and waited and waited and waited and just the Xbox One and like all this the stuff and like the Rocksteady came back because we had Arkham Origins. And that game was okay. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't Rocksteady, and they didn't really, and Rocksteady came back and did Arkham Knight, and I was just beyond pumped about that. But you know what other game I got really excited about? And it's so funny because I've been playing it again recently, and Mike knows because he's seen me playing it so much. You know what game I got really pumped for because it took so long to come out? It looked so cool, and I am so jazzed for the sequel that I can't wait, is
Duke
Stick...
Nukem.
No.
Nope.
No.
Stick of Truth. South Park Stick of Truth.
Ah,
Oh,
Stick of
yes.
Truth.
I was so
What's-
excited because that game got so much. THQ had it, and then THQ shut down, and they lost it, and then somebody picked it back up. I forgot what studio picked it back up, but they made it. And if you haven't played Stick of Truth, it is so much fun. Like before you leave here tonight, I'm going to make you watch me play it just for like a minute or two, because it is just
is
great.
awesome.
And if you like Lord of the Rings, high fantasy, whatever, it is a literal just love letter
Yeah.
to all that stuff. Like you're a paladin and a thief, and like it's just. And it's turn-based fighting, and you know how much I hate turn-based fighting. This is the most fun I've had in turn-based fighting since Super Mario RPG.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck
You know,
it's got a lot of the same stuff.
a
as
lot
the
of the
Paper
same
Mario
stuff.
series and
It's just
stuff.
so great.
But there's a new South Park game coming that was announced
the
recently.
fractured but whole.
That's the
And if
name
you
of
say
the
it
game.
fast, it's the fractured butthole. And
Yes.
so
Is that really the name?
yeah,
of
it's
it?
called the
Classic
fractured
South
butthole.
Park, man.
Yeah, so it's coming out for the Xbox One. And what's great is the trailer makes it look like an exact sequel to Stick of Truth until somebody's like, "Hey, we're not playing that game anymore."
Oh, yeah, the Butters is the bad guy, and he's dressed up
Yeah.
as like his
Professor,
superhero.
Professor Chaos,
Yes.
man.
It was like, oh, okay, we're gonna play superheroes now. They all run off and come back in their
Yeah,
superhero
because
costumes.
the whole thing of Stick of Truth is they are playing a game, like it's a neighborhood game of Lord of the Rings kind of thing. It's Stick of Truth, and then but in this trailer, it literally looks like they like the Stick of Truth. They have all this stuff like it's an exact sequel to
That
Stick of
is
Truth
really
until
funny.
Butter shows up in the last 15 seconds, Professor Chaos, and they're like, oh. Sorry, we're playing superheroes now, and it literally switches. And the fractured but whole is a superhero game,
Yeah.
And it is so cool how
That's
they do
funny.
that.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
So, all right, guys. Well, that's another 4 Plot podcast in the books. Episode 8, a little bit crazier than the previous 7. And thanks for watching. Sorry for this horrible audio quality, probably because I think we're all over the place. Our audio tonight, but
Good luck editing.
good luck editing that. Yeah, I got a lot to edit out of this one. So anyway, guys, hope you have a wonderful week. We'll be back next week with more 4 Plot podcast. I'm Will Jackson,
Matt.
It's great.
Richard.
Mike,
and just
are
so
you also Will again?
no, but I just want to point out that that was Trevor Easterling. Like he's talking another language. Just side note, we got 2 seconds left.
Shout out to Nice Peter.
Just a second, just 2 seconds. Before we sign off here tonight, before you guys got here, because you were late. We played several rounds of NBA Jam
Oh,
on
yeah.
Fire Edition. Stop saying foul things to me, Trevor. We played NBA Jam on Fire Edition, and the announcers are just the worst.
Great, man.
They're like,
Losing.
"Bro, he's on fire!" But like they start talking so much you can't understand.
fire?
And dude, Mike's imitating him in the middle. Is like,
Oh, it sounded so close too.
we were howling laughing here because the rest of the night, every time they sit there, I'm like, oh, shout out to Break Battle History. Love that show.
I love it. I love how the intro got worse and worse as
Oh,
the
yeah.
seasons went
Oh, yeah.
on.
Yeah, it's
it's just like
dissolving now.
gibberish now. It's
Now
great.
it's that's all it is now. Okay, guys, from the 4 Plot podcast.
Boise Key Sunny.
Oh dear.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
God. Good night, everybody.
Bye.